I have a good news and a not so good news for you. The good news is we will be back to church soon. Yes, I'm so excited to see you all and to celebrate Mass with you. The not so good news is we don't know when. There's no determined date yet. My beloved Paris family, I'm reaching out to get you informed, and at this time I would like to present to you the latest information. Our beloved Bishop, Most Reverend Jaime Soto, sent a letter to all priests and the faithful with the Diocesan Guide to Public Celebration of the Mass, entitled Come Back to the Table. These are available in the Diocesan website, and we will also make available in our parish website. The Bishop said in his letter, "We are preparing to resume the public celebration of the sacrifice of the Mass. The date for lifting the suspension of public masses has not been set, but there are reasonable hopes that it will be soon." I would like to share with you some of the information from the presentation Come Back to the Table. The presentation says, when the public celebration of the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass resumes, we should all expect changes that reflect the needs of the current situation. All of these are held together with threefold approach: oneself, our church buildings, and the actual celebration of the Holy Mass. There are three things that I want to point out. Number one, each should consider his or her own health. Those over 65 or with a vulnerable condition should shelter in place. Each person must make a prudent decision. For this reason, the dispensation from the obligation to attend Sunday Mass remains in force. Number two, the use of PPE, example, masks and gloves, are strongly encouraged for all attending Mass. I'm sure you have your own mask, and it is also recommended to use gloves, and these are helpful for our own protection. Did I scare you? I hope not. Number three, prepare ahead of this by checking the parish schedule and maximum number of people allowed per Mass. At St. Anthony, Mount Shasta, we have 30 maximum number of people allowed per Mass. We have our 5 p.m. Mass on Saturdays. We have 9 a.m. Mass on Sundays. And we will also be adding another Mass at 5 p.m. on Sundays. At St. Joseph MacLeod, we follow our Mass schedule at 11 a.m. on Sundays. 24 maximum number of people allowed. Other important reminders. Number one, physical distancing remains the norm. 6 feet of space needs to be kept between individuals or families and other families or individuals. Number two, socializing and fellowship after Mass should be avoided if possible, or at least minimized. Number three, don't be disappointed if Father Lester doesn't greet you after Mass. Our bishop asks us to prepare ourselves physically and spiritually for coming together around the Lord's altar of sacrifice. We are all called to greater patience, charity, and understanding during the transition. In the meantime, we make the church available for visit. The church in Mount Shasta is open Monday to Friday, 11 to 1 p.m. On Saturdays, 4 to 6 p.m. On Sundays, 8 to 10 a.m. In St. Joseph McLeod, the church is open from 10:30 to 12:30. I would like to thank our parishioners who come to pray every day in our church. They are our prayer warriors. There are 5 to 8 who constantly come every day, and I'm sure they are praying for us all for our protection in this time of pandemic. Thank you for our prayer warriors. I would like also to remind you and to inform you that when you come to pay visit to church, there are already designated pews for you to sit and occupy or use. You will see the sign reserved for you. So please occupy and use these pews for you to stay with the sign reserved. Thank you so much for your cooperation. And we continue to pray for one another in this month of Mary, month of May. We ask the Mother Mercy, the Mother to Church, to pray for us all.